Okay, what's going on, guys? I'm here to bring you my SmackDown review, but before I get this started, let's talk about Universe for a few seconds. If you haven't been watching it, it's really awesome. Just go check it out. I just wanted to advertise Universe. And right now, at the pace it's going, just to get a schedule filled up, uh, SmackDown would be on Sundays normally for most weeks, NXT would be on Saturday, and Raw would be on Friday. So, just to get that cleared up, that's what it's going to be most weeks, and the pay per views will be on Saturdays. So, just get that all figured out. And if you haven't already, go check out Universe because it's awesome. But, anyways, we're going to kick off the SmackDown review now. And we had the New Day Kickoff SmackDown. And they come out there and they're complaining about how The Rock embarrassed them. And they embarrassed a bunch of other people. And he shouldn't have been doing that. And he said stuff on TV that wasn't PG. And that shouldn't have been said, and etc. Pretty funny promo. And then they were talking about how he was the people's booty. And shit, what else did they say? Oh yeah, Big E's like, and I know, I smell what The Rock is cooking, and it's nothing but doo doo. Yes, doo doo. And then of course they're cut off by the Miz. The Miz comes out there talks about how he was disrespected too. He's an A-lister, and The Rock can't be talking like him that way. He doesn't back down to no one, and etc. All this crap. And then they're cut off by the Usos, and the Usos come out there and they talk about how New Day and The Miz is just mad because of what happened on Raw, and they're gonna shut him up. And it may be 2-on-4 right now, but they've got a couple of Usos in the back that's gonna help them. And first out comes jobber ass Titus O'Neil. I don't know why the fuck he's even winning matches. It's pissing me off because I fucking hate Titus O'Neil. So yeah, and then of course the obvious fourth person is Dolph Ziggler. So then they have those four take on the New Day and the Miz in an 8-man tag when we come back from the commercial break. And I mean, this match was semi entertaining. It was just like average to me. Um, New Day and the Miz, of course, were taking on those four, and it was pretty well back and forth at the starting. Then I believe one of the Usos started getting beaten down. And here's where it got funny. The New Day did the Unicorn Stampede like they usually do, except this time it was Kofi and The Miz, and they tagged in The Miz. Xavier got his trombone, and Kofi lifted him up in the corner. I was sitting here thinking, what the fuck are they going to do? Why is he lifting him up in the corner? Well, they do the thing where they pull Miz into it, but Miz does the clothesline that he does in the corner, and it was just perfect because right after he did the clothesline, he started dancing on the ropes with Biggie, and it was hilarious. Um, if it wasn't for what happened later, that would have been the thumbnail. But it was a really hilarious segment. And then they end up making the hot tag. Dolph Ziggler ends up making the hot tag. He slides between one of their legs. I can't remember whose it is. I think it's the Miz's. Yeah, he like baseball slides between the Miz's legs and makes the tag. Um, and then Titus gets in the ring, does shoulder tackles. Stupid thing where he throws you a Kofi springboard at him. He caught him and then just chucked him. Ooh, that's a fucking move. He throws people. I mean, anyone could have thought of that. And Titus does a stupid bark in the corner. Then I believe the Usos, Kofi and Biggie come in and break it up, I believe. And then they get double super kicked by the Usos. Usos throw them outside the ring. They do a double Uso splash. Then Ziggler gets in the ring, jumps over Xavier Woods' back, hits the zigzag, and then Miz comes up from behind Ziggler, going for the skull crushing finale. Ziggler counters into a super kick, and then Titus hits the Clash of Titus, and Titus O'Neil gets the pin victory. That really aggravated me. Titus O'Neil fucking picked up the win. Out of all people in the match, he's the biggest jobber out of all people in the match, and he's the one that fucking picks up the win. Who the fuck? And then I realized why he's getting so many wins as of late. He's doing that stupid little thing with the fans or whatever. I don't know if it's Beat a Star or that stupid campaign thing, the dad shit. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But that's why he's getting wins, which is complete crap. So, whatever, that dumbass gets wins. Apparently now they've broken up the primetime players again. Whatever. Um, yeah, it was really dumb. Moving on after that, we had an impromptu match between Neville and Kalisto. Now, don't get me wrong, this was a badass match. I hate Kalisto, but he puts on good matches. This was a really great match. The problem that I had with it is it made no sense. For one, this was never even announced on freaking Raw. You would think that they would announce this on Raw because it's going to be a big title match. But no, they don't even freaking announce it. It was like his last minute. And then not only that, but Neville hasn't done shit to earn a fucking title match. Like, why the hell did they pick him? It's just like they freaking took a hat, threw cards in it, drew a random piece of paper, and whoever's name they said on it won. And guess what? They drew Neville. Like, it made no sense. Like, he hadn't done shit to earn the freaking title. So I don't title shot. So I don't know why the fuck they gave it to him. But whatever. I think it's just because they wanted to have a really big match and to put on a really big match. But they didn't have to make it for the title. They just did 1-on-1. But I guess when you put the title aspect in there, it makes it a lot more interesting, so people actually pay attention, right? I don't know. But overall, this was an actually really good match. They did a bunch of counters at the starting, like flipping over each other and stuff. Like, I don't even know how to call it. This was like a slower paced version of Lucha Underground tonight. So they did all that. Then Neville got knocked to the outside of the ring. Neville was walking around the ring. Kalisto dives through the ropes onto Neville. He goes to dive through the ropes onto Neville, I should say. Neville catches him, pulls him back up. Looks like he's gonna run up the barricade and drive him into the barricade with like a running powerbomb or something. Kalisto ends up countering Hurricanrana's Neville. What was I gonna say? Hurricanrana's Neville into the barricade. And then it takes them forever to get in the fucking ring. Forever. I'm just sitting there waiting. They get to a 9 count and they both slide in the ring at the same time. And then it goes to commercial break. We come back and we miss the biggest spot of the freaking match. Kalisto goes for a springboard senton, like Rey Mysterio does since he's Rey Mysterio 2.0. He goes for the springboard senton, and when he does, Neville catches him out of midair into a set-out powerbomb into the cover, which was freaking sweet. I don't know why they had to take a commercial break during that. That sucks. It's like WrestleMania Universe all over again, right? Undertaker, man. Okay, but yeah, that was completely, that aggravated me something terrible. But that was the biggest spot of the match in my opinion. I mean, other people are gonna say the Hurricanrana that happened in the match, which what happened here was they were both going to the top rope. Stupid ladybug. They were both going to the top rope, and they were both standing on the very top. And Kalisto Hurricanrana Neville off the very top, probably the highest Hurricanrana I've ever seen, because Neville gets up in the air like really high, and it's ridiculous. But another ladybug. But really awesome segment. Really awesome spot there. And then they go into another move to where I can't remember what happens after that. I know there was another big move before the enziguri that Neville hit. Oh, we'll just talk about that. I guess I forgot something. But Neville hit a ridiculous enziguri in this match, and when I say ridiculous, I mean ridiculous. That thing hit hard and it hit bad. I think he actually connected with it, to be honest. Because he like kicked him in the stomach when he caught him in the enziguri. Kalisto like bounced off the ropes. He like caught him in the stomach when he was going for the enziguri, and then that kick on his freaking head, best enziguri kick I've ever seen. It was ridiculous. And then Neville ends up going for I believe, the deadlift German towards the end of the match, and Kalisto blocks it the first time, but then Neville goes for the deadlift German again, and when he powers him up, Kalisto counters mid-move into a Salida del Sol, which I called the spot. I knew they were going to do that. Like, from the moment I seen Neville going for that deadlift German, I was like, he's going to counter it into the Salida del Sol. That's obvious, right? It'd be cool, though. And he ended up doing it. They botched it a little bit, but he ended up doing it. He hooked him with the wrong arm, so it looked kind of funny, and that stupid new commentator just said that it is a modified version, which, whatever, I guess that was a decent save. But it didn't save you from the main event when you said, oh my god, he's tearing down the foundation of who was it, Chris Jericho. But overall, this was a great match. Neville freaking lost. Kalisto retained the belt, which of course. But I thought it was funny how the commentators didn't even know what happened there. Besides the new commentator, the rest were just like, what happened? In the crowd, there was like no reaction. I don't know if it's just because it's taped or something. There was like no reaction from the crowd. I think they were confused. I think they just thought he rolled him up or some shit. But it was a very cool ending in my opinion. Very solid match. Probably the best match of the night, to be honest. Then after that, we had a segment highlight reel, which is Jericho and his two guests, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. And this comes out pretty funny. Jericho's talking up the big match, the big triple threat, and talking up his match where he fought AJ Styles on Monday Night Raw. And it was hilarious because he was like, okay, if you haven't seen that yet, it was an instant classic. So go back and watch it. I'll wait while you watch it. I heard the crowd laughing after he said that. That was pretty funny. Jericho's pretty great on the mic, but then he announces Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose comes down to the ring, and I'm sitting here thinking, why the hell does he have a flower pot? He has a flower in a pot, and he's carrying it down to the ring. I guess he's given. I guess Renee rejected his flowers backstage or something. I don't know what's happening, or he has to give them to Renee after the segment or something. I don't know. But he comes down to the ring, gets in the ring, and then they announce Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns comes down. He has a bar stool in his hand. And right when they grab the mic, uh, Ambrose says that I don't know if it's budget cuts or what, but your little place here needs a bit of touching up. So he gives him the flower in the pot, and then Roman Reigns gives him the bar stool, and they set the flower on top of the bar stool, and there's the upgraded highlight reel. You remember back when the highlight reel was nice and it had a couch and it had that big screen? Well, it still has the screen, but it had a couch and a table. Yeah, what happened to that? Just like didn't Miz TV have that too? Or no, they never did. They were never good enough. They just had the stupid little movie producer chairs because Miz TV sucks, and so is the highlight reel. We need the cutting edge back. I'm pretty sure if the cutting edge was back, they'd give them the freaking the sofa and the glass table and everything. They'd have the whole thing set up because the cutting edge was awesome, right? But Jericho tries to get in their mind basically and ask them, since the title's on the line, well, a shot at the title at Mania, to main event Mania. Um, will you guys be on the same page, or like what's gonna happen when the bell rings? And right when he says that, Dean Ambrose is like, I'm gonna punch him in the face. I'm gonna punch him right in the nose. And then Roman Reigns is like, oh yeah, well you just told me your strategy, so I'm gonna duck about a couple inches, so then you break your hand. And then Dean Ambrose says, oh yeah, well how do you know I wasn't tricking you? How do you know I'm not gonna kick you in the ribs, or punch you in the face, or maybe I'll do both? And then Roman Reigns is like, well, how do you know I wasn't tricking you? They're just going back and forth. And then Jericho brings up the fact that Brock Lesnar is going to be in this match too, and Dean's never faced Brock. And Dean was talking about how at the end of the day, he's WWE's Iron Man. He can take all the abuse he wants. He's still going to come out on top because he ain't got no time to be scared of Brock Lesnar. And then Roman Reigns talks to Dean about how this is for real, Chris Benoit, for real. But he talks about how this is for real and that Brock's literally a beast. And then Dean Ambrose says, "Well, you see, really, I don't even have to beat Brock. I just have to beat you." I thought that was pretty funny. But then after that, Roman's like, "Well, that'd be the first time." They had a really good segment there. It was hilarious. But then they're cut off by the do 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 by one action figure I have, so I have to show it off. WrestleCrate, getting it out for like $15. Yeah, well 30, and then you get the stupid figure. If you want a Bray Wyatt figure. Stupid thing won't stand up. Okay, but yeah, like I was saying, Wyatt's come out, cut him off. Bray Wyatt starts his big speech and his promo, and then Roman Reigns cuts him off in the middle of it. He's like, hey, Dean, guys, he's doing it again. We can't understand what you are saying." That was hilarious. Bray just gives him an odd look after that, and it was just great. And pretty much Roman just tells him to get down there and fight like usual, like Super Cena does all the time. But then Bray talks about how later the main event's going to be a 6-man tag with him and his brothers taking on um, those three in a 6-man tag. So, yay. But then after that, we get the best part of the night. AJ Styles debuts on SmackDown, and he goes one-on-one with Social Outcast member Curtis Axel. Now, the reason for this match, which makes sense, is AJ Styles was the one that eliminated Curtis Axel at the Rumble. And Axel had this big long streak going about how he had been in the Rumble for almost a year and whatever. And Axel's mad now and he wants a payback on AJ Styles. So of course AJ Styles comes out there. They have a really good match actually. I like this match. It was short. It wasn't too drug out, but it was very good too. Um, to kick off the match, I believe AJ Styles sends him off the ropes, hits that big drop kick that he always does. And then the taunt where he throws his arms out, of course. I'm waiting for him to do the glove thing because he hasn't did that yet, and that's aggravating me. He needs to do the glove thing. But he hits him with that. I believe, what other moves does he do? A big forearm clothesline in the corner. His Pele kick like usual. Axel counters at one point with a big drop kick too. Then Axel tries to take advantage. Goes for the elbow drop off the middle rope. Then AJ Styles jumps up in the corner. He's going for that springboard DDT, that he always does, where he jumps over him, he catches him from behind and DDTs him. He was going for that, but I believe Axel was too close, or no, too far, I should say, when he did it. So it looked like he just grazed him with his feet. So thankfully Axel just played it off and fell down off of it. Or maybe Axel fell down when he wasn't supposed to. Maybe AJ was still going to catch him with the DDT. I don't know. But I believe that was supposed to be a DDT. I've never seen him do a springboard Pele, which is what Amaro called it. But I've never seen him do a springboard Pele. I think he was going for that DDT and someone botched it there. But it really doesn't matter. It still turned out to be a really good match. Then AJ went outside, went for the forearm, I believe. Someone grabbed his foot. I don't remember which Social Outcast member. So that shit happened. And then he knocked him off. The other one got on the apron on the other side. He jumps back in the ring, knocks him off the apron, then plunges out over the ropes onto the other two on the outside. Then's back on the apron. Goes for the springboard forearm. Badass move, by the way. Curtis Axel ducks it, catches him into the perfect plex, but AJ spins out of it. I believe connects with a Pele there, and then lifts him up. Oh my god, is it finally gonna happen? We thought the move was banned. Oh, Styles Clash! AJ hits the Clash and freaking rolls him over into the pin, just like old school times, the rollover pin, everything. Awesome, freaking phenomenal, awesome ending, best thing that ever could have happened on SmackDown. Now I know for sure that AJ Styles can use the Styles Clash. So that's going to make every freaking show, every freaking match with AJ Styles 10 times better because it's the original AJ Styles. Is exactly how it was in TNA now. Perfect, great. Now all we need is for WWE to buy the trademark off the Get Ready to Fly theme, and then he can use that when he comes out. Then that'd be perfect. Couldn't be anything better, but right now I love his WWE theme, so I'm not going to complain. Plus, he has a badass entrance. He's like the only one with fireworks, right? Him and Brock are like the only two with fireworks. I might be wrong there, but I believe that's right. Him and Brock are the only two with fireworks. So if that tells you anything, they're definitely bidding high on AJ Styles here, and they're definitely going to push him to the top. For sure, future WWE World Heavyweight Champion. For sure. I would love to see AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins for the belt when Seth gets back. That would be the best freaking thing ever. But AJ Styles wins with the Styles Clash. Highlight of the freaking night just because he hit the Styles Clash. Then after that, we got Charlotte taking on Natalya. And you see, I was semi-interested when Charlotte came out. But then when I heard Natalya's music hit, I was like, eh. So to sum up this match, Natalya gets distracted on the outside by Ric Flair's woo-ing, and she gets back in the ring, gets chop blocked down by Charlotte. Charlotte then proceeds to lock her in the figure 8. Gets Natalya to tap out after terrible selling from Natalya. She's just laying on the mat, not squirming or anything, trying to get out. She's just laying on the mat. Oh, oh. Then finally she taps out like the dumb bitch she is. And then Charlotte locks her back in the submission. Terrible selling again. She's just laying there, ooh, like she's fucking retarded. And then Becky Lynch comes down to make the save, and Charlotte runs away. So it looks like they're trying to keep Becky Lynch relevant in this feud when we know it's going to come down to Charlotte and Sasha Banks. So, yeah, pretty pointless match. Then after that, we get a funny segment with Goldust and R-Truth, and they're out on a track, and R-Truth's getting ready, he's about ready to run, and then Goldust shows up out of nowhere, and he's wearing these stupid-ass looking shorts and this belly button top over his fucking wrestling gear. He's wearing this shit over a wrestling gear. Okay, but then he clarifies with R-Truth that he's talking about a tag team partner. Golden Truth, I believe is what they're calling it. And R-Truth basically told him to F off, basically, after Goldust was stretching with him, and Goldust got down too far, and said he pulled something in his groin, and said that his groin needed a massage. And R-Truth's like, man, get out of here. That's the oldest trick in the book. I ain't falling for that. And then he walks off. So bad. Between the Rock segment and these segments, oh my god. Yeah, Attitude Era confirmed is back. Yeah, for sure. But no, then the main event, we got the Wyatts taking on Jericho, Ambrose, and Reigns. Of course, it turns out to be the three original members of the Wyatts because they don't want Braun Strowman to get a loss. So we had Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan. Pretty average match. Like, I'm just going to throw out spots here because I'm getting sick and tired of six-man tags. To be honest, I didn't even watch half of this. I was fucking brushing my teeth. I clipped my fingernails while this match was going on. That's how much I don't give a fuck. But, Jericho was taunting, I believe, and it caused Luke Harper to get the advantage. Stalling vertical suplex, and they're just beating down Jericho the whole time, attacking his leg. Bray Wyatt screaming, break his leg. And then stupid Amore was like, oh my god, he's attacking the foundation of Chris Jericho. You could just say legs, not foundation, you fucking dipshit. But, very interesting match, to say the least. I mean, there was one cool spot where Dean Ambrose was going for a diving drop kick, I believe, and Eric Rowan caught him out of midair with the spinning heel kick, which was really, really freaking sweet. But before that, Dean Ambrose got the hot tag off of Jericho. Jericho hit Luke Harper with a desperate code breaker, I believe. Yeah, he hit him with a code breaker. That's what it was, because it was kind of funny how I thought he hit his finisher there. I mean, how he hit his finisher there. I thought that was kind of funny. But then he tags in Ambrose. Ambrose goes crazy on Eric Rowan. Takes him out. Takes all the Wyatts out. Then he ends up getting caught with that spinning roundhouse kick maneuver. And then they take advantage. He ends up fighting back out of the Sister Abigail into a roll-up. Bray Wyatt counters, slaps him on the face. He hits the lunatic lariat. Then makes the tag to Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns comes in, hits about 100 clotheslines, just like usual. That's all he did was clotheslines, till he hit that big boot. And then he went for the cover, and someone broke it up. I can't remember who, but then Jericho and Ambrose got in the ring, knocked them out. Then went and done the double dives onto Harper and Wyatt, I believe, because Eric Rowan got the tag. So Harper and Wyatt got taken out on the outside with double planches over the ropes. They just launched themselves over the ropes onto Jericho and Ambrose did. And then Reigns was backing up in the corner, going for the Superman punch. He hits Braun Strowman off the apron, hits the Superman punch on Rowan, goes for the pin. Braun Strowman pulls him outside the ring, so of course, just like usual, SmackDown main event ends in DQ, like anyone cares. And then Big Show ends up coming down to the other team's aid, and Big Show's face again. And that's pretty much all there is to get from this. Big Show's face again. He changed for about the millionth time. I'm guessing they're expecting him to get cheered now, finally, which won't happen because it's still the Big Show. He's been around for like ages, just like Super Cena and Kane. But, yeah, so that was the end of SmackDown. Overall, there was a few good spots in it, but a lot of bad. Like I said, AJ Styles, Curtis Axel, that match was awesome just because of the ending. And Neville versus Kalisto was a very solid, great match. Reminds me of Lucha Underground, just a bit slower. But other than that, that's the end of my SmackDown review. And just remember, AJ Styles hit the Styles Clash. The Styles Clash is not banned.